Yeah, that's awesome. All right,
Maybe we'll have you guys come and sell raffle tickets.
there we go. Might be still trying to get to 400. Vicki?
I'd like to know about the Fox River Patriot a little bit, how we got that started.
Just because I wanted to. Because newspapers run in my blood. I bleed black. You know, printer's ink runs in my veins, and I've always loved newspapers. And you know, it just seemed like the problem with the Patriot, and we did keep it going for maybe a half a dozen years. The problem with it is it never really made money. You know, it would make just enough money to kind of keep us going, and we had maybe 6 people working part-time in addition to, anyway, it was fun, and we did a lot of interesting stories, I think, covered a lot of stuff. But then there came to a point where actually it's when my wife and I were expecting our first child. I had had 2 kids with my previous wife, and when we parted ways, we each took one. We had a totally friendly divorce. So we just split everything up, including the kids. So anyway, we had Toby all along, and then when our first daughter Sarah was about to be born, we knew we had to get serious about like making some money. It's like where we live now. You know, we bought it at a really good price, but there was one winter when we had to sell the furnace in order to make the mortgage payments. Another time, I had a stamp collection from when I was a kid, and I really liked it, but it was worth like $900. And back then, $900 was, whoa, 4 or 5 months worth of mortgage payments. So that went. Anyway, we just had to get serious about it. So with this other newspaper that we had just kind of started doing, called Yesteryear, Karen and I decided we would totally focus on that because we thought it had the potential to make a living from. And ultimately it did.
And we still have it here.
So the poor old Fox River Patriot just had to drift off into.
Is Yesteryear still a newspaper?
It still is.
Okay.
We sold it, 7, 8 years ago to Rich and Mary Falls.
Okay.
Yeah, Mary
Norm
Falls
Zud-
is a Zadro.
Zudrow's
She was a
daughter.
Mary Zadro,
Okay.
Norby's daughter.
Norm's daughter. Okay.
Yeah, and they're over in Montello, and Mary was the editor of the Marquette County Tribune for a long time. And my wife Karen actually worked there for a little while. She really needed someone, and Karen said, okay, I'll come in and design ads for you because, you know, we knew Mary, and Rich had a printing shop over there in the same building. They owned the building, but the newspaper was not owned by them, the Marquette Tribune. It's owned by a company out of Black Earth, Wisconsin. So anyway, when we knew them really well, and it came the time for us to say goodbye to Yesteryear, we offered it to them and they took it over.
Nice.
So the one thing that we kept doing from the Fox River Patriot was a Green Lake County Visitor's Guide and a Marquette County Visitor's Guide. What we had found in the years that we published it is we had this one special issue every summer where we could get a lot of advertising, and it actually was a moneymaker. And so when we departed Fox River Patriot, we kept those 2 guides and kept doing them. The Marquette Guide still exists. We did that with Daryl and Sherry Christensen, who live in Montello. Daryl was a fishing pro for a long time. He's a bird guy, he's done bird stuff here in Princeton too, Daryl. Anyway, we sold them the Marquette County Guide, and they're still doing it.
Is that the one where you open it up, it's got the big map on
It's,
the inside?
yeah, big
okay.
map on the
Yeah,
inside.
okay.
And it's a tabloid newspaper
Yep.
still,
There's some
a
in the
real
lobby.
newspaper.
What's that?
There's some in the lobby.
Some of the lobby, okay.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah.
I heard once that you're the inspiration for the fox pin, because you were always smoking a pipe and the fox on the pin is smoking.
Oh, yeah, that was one of our, I think that was actually Peter Poplaski. Back when we had the Fox River Patriot, my main partner at the time's name was Dennis Kitchen. And Dennis Kitchen, like, was into comic books. He created comic books. Okay? Okay, there you go. And pins. So just one of his little side fun things was making pins. He had a pin making machine. So he would make pins. And one of the artists who hung out here a lot, his name was Pete Poplaski, just was a tremendous artist, but kind of lived hand to mouth. Like he lived in the office for a while, sleeping on a little couch there, and we'd feed him stuff. But he was a really good artist, you know. Yeah, and he was the pin. He did that one. Yeah, that one was done for one of the special issues. Yeah, so yeah, all that was going on back then. Kind of an interesting time.
Any other questions for Mike? Well, Mike, this was really interesting. I learned so much about Princeton history, your history, those newspapers that I gotta look up. So I really want to thank you for coming and spending some time
Sure.
sharing this with our audience. So let's give Mike a round of applause. Thank you for. I look forward to seeing you at the.
Dave, I need a haircut.
Make arrangements.